Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. It's Nicole Day, making me very happy. I'm actually Nicole from the Costco parking lot. I'm waiting for Costco to open. I think it's about ready to any second. My son is in the Navy, and he needed some coffee and some other stuff that I'm going to send to him. Now, it's funny because today's Nicole is going to be Ain't It Fun by Paramore, which Kelly just karaoke'd this week. And it's about, don't go crying to your mama. And here's my son in the Navy, all grown up, and he married. He married before he shipped off. Very traditional kind of. It's just fantastic, though. I mean, he really is a fantastic son. And this is what it is. He's not even a mama's boy that way, in that he needs stuff. So it's that he's just such a good son. I don't deserve him. I don't deserve either of my kids. Because I really threw them under the bus for the longest time to pursue my passions and saving the world. I used to joke about it with them too. And there was a time when they were like, I think the first or second time, maybe the third time I went to jail, they were proud because I would tell them I'm like Martin Luther King and it's civil disobedience, and Martin Luther King went to jail too and all this. So they were younger then, they would tell their friends, like, they would brag about me being in jail, and it was hilarious. But after I think the last time I was there for, they didn't brag as much, but so they went through quite a bit of trauma from my fights against all this stuff, especially the family court. And they still are, but they're just the best kids. I had them 100% time from 0 to 5 and 0 to 4 for my son. So it makes me worry a little bit, because 4 years old is the worst time to be taken away from your mama, apparently. And that's what, I think the family court and all the gay Nazis there just really, really, they did this to Britney Spears. They're trying to do it to Kelly. They really hate the mother-son bond in particular, when the child is around 4, when the son is around 4 in particular. And they just really go after it with gangbusters. It's horrible. Anyway, so he's doing fine. And he's asking me to do this stuff because that's how empathetic he is. He knows I have issues about abandoning them, really. I threw them under the bus. I abandoned them because I didn't do everything that the court asked me to do, which was stop commenting online and get in line and go and take the job that they wanted me to take at the pharmaceutical company. Like they actually imputed wages to me. Imputing wages means when they're calculating child support, which is unconstitutional, they will give a calculation where you're supposed to be making $100,000 when you're making nothing, or you're making minimum wage, and then the child support comes out against you. And that's why I owe $75,000 in child support, by the way. It's because they made up some weird number that I was supposed to be making, because I was supposed to be working for a pharmaceutical company. And what they were doing is they were just basically, the pharmaceutical swamp was basically taking my kids away, and the tobacco swamp, all these swamps from my years of attacking them. So it's just, the whole system's got to come down. And this is why I'm doing Ain't It Fun by Paramore today, because it is fun watching them go down right now. I'm living my best life because all these swamps I've been battling against for over 30 years, in the case of the pharmaceutical swamp, they're now finally going down the toilet. And it's wonderful watching it happen. The whole economy, by the way, okay, so anybody out there interested in what's going on with the stocks, there are a few swamp stocks, and I've had my eyes on them a long time, and they're all going down the toilet faster than the overall economy. So don't worry about the economy is going to dip for now, because there's a lot of swamp stuff going down, and it needs to be done. But don't worry about the overall economy. If you're really interested, just not quite now, but pretty soon, or anytime around now, just invest in like the Dow. Don't try to pick any stocks, and don't try to play this stuff, because the stocks are really, I know the swamp stocks, and I've listed them out, are going down, but every once in a while they'll have like a day, and you can tell all the swamp stocks, because now they're relying on each other. Like, you will never have a single day ever were all the swamp stocks that I've listed out. I think there's like a dozen of them. There's tobacco stock swamps, which I know best, pharmaceutical swamp stocks like Pfizer, and defense contractor swamp stocks. I don't have any religion swamp stocks, but if you watch every single day, I watch them, and every day there's never all of them going up at any time. They have to sell some swamps to get to the others. Like today, if I can go online and I'll see that like one or two swamp stocks are up, I can easily predict that the rest of the 7 are down, like a lot, because they have to sell these stocks to pretend like those are going up. And then the news that day will be, oh, Pfizer outpaced the general market. And that's what they'll say, because they're trying to sell that Pfizer is doing better than the general market, when you have to check all the days of the week where 1 out of 10 days Pfizer is lower than the market. They're just trying to sell these stocks to innocent people who don't know that they're all going down the drain permanently. So anyway, that's the story of that. And so this one is a double. Ain't It Fun by Paramore. Paramore is like, you're going down. Actually, I wanted to do Timber. I was going to do Timber, but when I look at Timber, it's by Pitbull, and Kesha was featured on it. But the Kesha part is the best part, and there's only one part I know about it. I didn't know that whole song, and it goes, it's like, and I was going to change it. It's going down. I'm yelling Timber. It's like, you're going down. I'm yelling Timber. You better move. You better dance. Ooh, Timber. It's like, that's the only. It's the chorus that Kesha does, and that's the only line that's pertinent. So I can't do the whole song Timber, because the rest of it is like shaking booty, and it's all, the going down is actually going down like she's gonna give into sex that night or something like that. That's the going down. But I just like it, because in my brain it's the swamp, and you're going down, and I'm so happy living my best life. And they're going down now. They're going down over the next few months. They're going down over the next few years. But as I said again, don't worry about the overall economy. It's going to be all right. It's just something we have to go through. And what's shaken out now are all the swamp stocks, which is needed. And it's just so exciting seeing them tank. And also, the other thing that's tanking is because there's a lot of people around my boo for a long time that have been swamp people, especially tobacco swamp. Like her ex himself is a huge tobacco swamp guy. I mean, all he did for years was make Blake and Kelly do some tobacco ads, and then he pocketed the money in cash without them benefiting in any way, but it's going to hurt their career possibly in the long run. But she dumped him early enough. And now, like today, the swamp people who are at NBC, who are in with this swamp jerk, they're still like all together. They haven't been cleared out. I mean, just because he took off and left and imploded doesn't mean all these others are still not hanging around. And they're trying to force her even at Atlantic Records, they're trying to force her to pretend like he's not gay, number one, which he is. And they're trying to force her into some kind of weird story where he was cheating on her, and now they're going to try to reconcile and get back together. They've been trying to push him back together forever. And her next album is supposed to be all about how he cheated on her and blah, blah, blah. And it's just, oh, God, good Lord. Just stop it with this. Stop pushing her into these freaking lies about him. Okay? He's like my gay ex. If he's sleeping with anybody, you guys need to go watch Bros. Go watch Bros. The guy's sleeping an average of like 20 guys a week at the gym since the whole time they're married. So I'm glad that, they did artificial insemination for her pregnancy and all that. Okay, anyway, I got to get moving. I got to go home. So the point about this was, I was going to start out, I don't care. I'm not stopping, by the way. I don't care. This is a Truth Day, 9 minutes. Okay. So I'm singing this while I'm getting my son some stuff, because it says at the end, in Paramore, Ain't It Fun, don't go crying to your mama. And my son is so empathetic. He feels like he's there. They're working his tail off. He just left Crete, by the way. It's a good experience for him. He goes, he's telling me all these things, and I'm looking him up. I'm learning all this geography from where he is. And I talk to him only on email, which is good. It makes me write some stuff. And so and I'm doing this for him because he's like, this is the first time I'm actually doing this. I didn't know he needed stuff. He can get this stuff online probably and have it shipped to him a lot faster. But he's letting me do this because he knows it makes me feel like a mama. You know, it makes me kind of make up for it. He knows I'm sensitive about this, and he knows I don't feel like a mama. After the first 5 years, I mamaed them a little bit, but the family courts really just kept taking them away from me. And it was just horrible. I wasn't really a good mom. I mean, fortunately, their dad did pay attention to him that way, and he did have the mother issue, which is bad, and hating women issue, the typical gay issues. But other than that, we had similar ideas about raising him, so it was good. I mean, I have to give him that much. At least he you know, cooking the dinner every night, and he's an upstanding kind of Boy Scout kind of guy too, you know, so it's good. He gave him a stable home and financially gave him good stuff like that, but there were some other things that were problematic. I would do it all over again, by the way. So 11 minutes. So I'm going to Costco now because my son is asking me to do this because he knows I want to like help him be like a mama. I want to be like a mama and send him a care package, even though he can get this stuff faster, coffee and some kind of bars that he isn't able to get. So that's my son. He's thinking about me even when he's off, you know, they're working his tail off on this aircraft carrier in the middle of Mediterranean. God, I love my kids so much. So anyway, I'm still going to sing this because it's to all the people pressuring, all of the swamp people still pressuring Kelly, you're going down, Timber. And it's to her ex, and it's to everybody else out there in the swamp land. That's they're all going down, and it's fun seeing some of them. You can't tease them too much though, because the worst people are the people who are. It's not poor people trying to get rich. Those people know how to live like poor people. It's people who made it rich and are used to a certain lifestyle, and then are losing it. They lose this certain status and certain lifestyle financially. Those people will start to implode. So we are going to see a lot of people imploding in a bad way, and I'm sorry, it's just going to happen. I don't know how to undo that. Like real shootings, not sponsored shootings, like real violence and real stuff like that, a little bit. But it's just, keep in mind, it's just something we got to go through. I mean, these people are going to fall, and it's going to happen. But the more people who know about it, the better. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm helping you with the stocks. I'm helping you with all sorts of stuff, trying to let you know what's going down. And that's what's going down. So here we go. Ain't It Fun by Paranoid. I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, then just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. You are what they are feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun? You can't count on no one. Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun? You can't count on no one. Ain't it fun living in the real world? Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. The end. That's where she ends it. So I talked a lot, but I don't care. It's a one take shot, and it's open now. It's been open a few minutes. So I got to go get this stuff, ship it off to my son, who's definitely an independent, wonderful son. He's got this wife that's just, I don't deserve any of this. He just needs to really hold on. I don't pray. But if I'm going to pray, I'm going to pray that she just hangs in there and holds on to this guy, because, you know, he's had these mama problems, and there might be some problems in there. I mean, just please, if you're listening to this, just stick with him, because, you know, you're just the best thing on the planet. I met her recently. She's just fantastic. I'm so happy. I mean, there's nothing better for a mama than watching your son grow up, having him care about you, and then marrying somebody who's just freaking perfect for him. Golly, they're young and everything, but please, I hope they go forever. I hope it goes forever. They're so good. She's so good for him. So anyway, all right. We will bye. Living my best life for sure, especially when all these swamps are tanking all over the place, and everything's going to be okay, everybody. It really is. Just hang in there and just be aware of what's going on. Take care of your family, and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Bye.